What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'll be giving you guys a 3-man play on chalkboard for a 5x multiplier as well as some bonus props. So before we get into the plays, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Because if this video gets 150 likes, I'll be giving away 2 weeks of free VIP to 2 random comments. So make sure to do that, just helps with the channel. But let's just jump right into the recap real quick. So in yesterday's free play, I gave you guys this 3-man chalkboard play. Anthony Davis over 11.5 rebounds. Absolutely crushes it with the rebounds, getting 16. Evan Mobley without, Donovan Mitchell drops 20 points against the Pacers. And then the bummer, Zion Williamson. Fortunately, he sells the slip. He doesn't play well today, so unfortunately, we don't get this play done. We also miss on the bonus prop, Jake Laveria. Fortunately, he did not get the usage that I expected that he would get today, and yeah, he had a poor game today as well. So in the VIP side, honestly, today's slate there wasn't much value, so I didn't play that many slips. But this slip I sent out, we were so close. Marcus Smart soars over his RA with 10. Julian Champagnie crushes it with 31 points and rebounds. Dylan Harper has 3 assists in the first half, man. Just needed 1 assist from him, but he does not get it done. So, did not hit this play. Another play we had, like Chris Middleton, and I faded Anthony Davis for his points and assists on under. We cashed this play. But yeah, today we have a huge slate, guys. Huge slate, 12 games. So I recommend to jump into the VIP. I have opened 10 free trials, so make sure to take advantage of that because we'll be sending a lot of plays today because a lot of opportunity with the amount of games like I mentioned. So if you guys are interested in the VIP group, this is where we post our plays as well as other cappers who post other sports from tennis, soccer, NFL, and etc. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that. By the way, guys, we are fully tracked and verified by Pickett. In 2025 in the NBA, we went up 284 units of profit. For reference, my $10 bettors tailing in the VIP went up $2,840. So that's just a testament we have in the VIP. So, like I mentioned, normally VIP is $35 a month, but you guys can get a free month, no risk attached. After this month, you guys can just cancel if you guys don't like it. All you gotta do is download the app Chalkboard or Parlay Play, and then use code BankrollBrian and deposit. You guys can see you get 100% deposit match as well. So if you're depositing $50, you're gonna get $100 back. If you're depositing $100, you're getting $200 back. So make sure to email me a screenshot and I'll hook you up with 30 days of free VIP. You guys can also use code BankrollBrian on Pickett. Just link a sportsbook and then email me as well or message me in the Discord and you'll get 5 days of free VIP. So, Pickett is the app that I use to track my bets, guys. I really love this app. If you guys want to take sports betting seriously and build a side income from sports betting, you guys need to be holding yourself accountable and, tracking how much profit you're up week after week, month after month. So, yeah. But I think we just covered everything. Enough with the yapping and let's just jump into the play. So, my first play, by the way, this is going to be the free play for today, a 3-man on chalkboard. But like I mentioned, you guys do not have to tail. You guys can pick or choose what you like. I have the bankroll, guys. I run 3-mans mainly because, 3-mans are really profitable. And, that's how, this parlay strategy, I've been able to profit so much in the NBA. So, but it's completely up to you. But my first pick is going to be Cam Thomas over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jumping into Props Madness, guys, the best research tool on the market for researching your NBA and NFL player props. If you guys are interested in this tool, you guys can use code bankroll for 25% off. But yeah, jumping to my first pick here, Cam Thomas over 21.5 PRA. So you guys can take a look here. He's over an 8 out of the last 12 games this season, averaging 25 PRA. So you guys can take a look. Cam Thomas expected to play 17 to 27 minutes this game. I definitely see him playing, I think 23 plus minutes for sure. So, but if we're just conservative, when he plays 20 plus minutes or more, he's over this line 8 out of the last 10 games, averaging 28.4 PRA. Now keep in mind this line is, it's a little inflated because these games playing full minutes, like 35, 32, 35, 35. I see him playing around the 23 to 27 minute range. Now take a look at the matchup, guys. Magic, they're giving the 4th most points to guards, 4th most PRA to guards. They're also giving the 4th most points in the pick and roll. You guys can take a look here. 27% of his points come from the pick and roll, and the Magic are giving the 4th most points in that area. If you guys also take a look at his other play types, free throws, handoff, isolation, transition, the Magic are also bottom 10 defense in all these play types. So this is just a dream matchup for Cam Thomas. If you guys also take a look here, 61% of his points come from pull-up shots, and the Magic is also the 3rd worst defense at guarding pull-up shots. So I really love this spot for Cam Thomas. If you guys also take a look at his home splits, at home, he has gone over every single time. Versus, let me see his road. You guys can see on the road, although I feel like it is a small sample size, honestly. On the road, you guys can see under in 2 out of 4. So yeah, but I like Cam Thomas today, taking his PRA over 21.5. Just a great spot at home against this Magic defense that have just been terrible to guards. So that's gonna be the first pick here. Cam Thomas over 21.5 PRA. Jumping into my next pick, I'm taking Brandon Podensky over 9.5 points. So I'm taking Pods over 9.5. Brandon Podensky, his last 10 games, he's over in 7 out of his last 10 games. Now he's facing the Milwaukee Bucks, who, if you guys can take a look against his position, middle of the pack, but his dominant player type and dominant shooting zone, the Bucks are the bottom 10 defense in both categories. So his dominant player type is spot up shooting. 29% of his points come from spot up, and the Bucks are giving the 10th most points to spot up shooters. Above the break threes is how Pod scores 40% of his points, and the Bucks are giving the 10th most points in the area. Also, this right corner 3, the Bucks are also really weak against, and that's how he scores 6% of his points as well. So yeah, I like this spot for Pods. If you guys look at similar player points versus the Bucks, you guys can see similar players have been just crushing it. If we exclude these Bill Nye and Kevin Huerter, you guys can take a look. 6 straight six straight similar players to his position have gone over, and I just think this is a spot, a buy low spot. His line literally usually floats around 10.5, 11.5. After 2 bad games, I think this is a great bounce back spot for Brandon Podensky, and against this against this mid matchup at home. If you guys look at his home splits, at home, Brandon Podensky, he averages 12.8 points, 0.7 more field goal attempts versus on the road. You guys can see On the road, his points dips as well as field goal attempts. So I'm taking Brandon Podensky over 9.5. That's going to be the second pick right here. My third pick is going to be Reed Shepherd. I'm taking Reed Shepherd over 11.5 points. So Reed Shepherd here, last 10 games, over in 6 out of last 10, averaging 13.9 points. Now, keep in mind, look at the injuries, guys. Sengun is out. Without Sengun, he's over in 3 out of his last 5 games. You guys can see, I see him getting more field goal attempts, more usage. If you guys, let me check his usage rate real quick. But yeah, let me see his usage rate without. Guys, take a look at his usage rate. He has a 22% usage rate with Sengun out of the lineup versus his season average, which is 19% usage rate. Guys, a 3% usage rate is absolutely massive. That means he's handling the ball more, he's getting more shots in general. And now he faces a Portland defense who are giving the third most points to guards. If you guys take a look at his play types, they do guard spot up shooters pretty well, but they are terrible in the pick and roll, terrible in the transition, terrible in free throws. So yeah, I love the spot for Shepherd here. They do guard above the break threes really well, but if you guys take a look at the best teams at guarding above the break three, it doesn't really affect Reed Shepherd. If you guys take a look, let me go to above the break threes. So dominant shooting zone, if you guys go to challenging matchups, the top 10 teams in defending above the break threes, he's still over in plenty of games, averaging 12.5 points. So yeah, I like this spot for Reed Shepherd. Taking Reed Shepherd over 11.5. Wait, did I check head to head? Let me see. Yeah, oh yeah, also, he has already gone over against the Portland Trailblazers, dropping 13 points this season already. So yeah, I love the data for Reed Shepherd, taking his points over 11.5. So that's going to be the 3-man. That's going to be today's free play. And then I have some bonus props for you guys. So yeah, a bonus prop I have is Kevin Porter Jr. I like Kevin Porter Jr. today. If you guys take a look here, the matchup isn't the best, honestly. It looks, like you guys see, the matchup looks really red. They defend his dominant shooting zone, dominant player type, his position really well. It's just the usage rate that Kevin Porter Jr. has that makes me really like this over. Like, guys, Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be getting a bunch of volume. With Giannis in the lineup, only over in 4 out of his last 9. However, I see him getting a 20% usage rate or more. So when he has 20% usage rate, 20% usage rate or more, he's over in 4 out of his last 6 games with Giannis in the lineup, averaging 20.5 points. The Warriors are going to be focused on stopping Giannis, and I think Kevin Porter Jr. can shine today. So that's going to be taking Kevin Porter Jr. over 16.5 points. And I also like Alex Sarr as well. I like Alex Sarr boards today. Guys, I need to get rid of this cough, man. But yeah, Alex Sarr, great matchup for rebounds. Against the Sixers, we're getting the 8th most rebounds overall. 11th most rebounds to his position. We also have a bunch of injuries out, such as Keontae George, which will help with the rebounds. But yeah, against the bottom 10 defenses and rebounds allowed, you guys can take a look over in 5 out of his last 7 games, averaging 8.7 rebounds. Head to head against the Sixers already. It did go to overtime, but he had a massive 25 rebound chances and converted 11 rebounds. Even if we were to dock off some minutes, he probably lands on 10 or 9 rebounds. So yeah, I love the spot for Alex Sarr's rebounds. So yeah, So that's gonna be some bonus picks for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.